In this competition, you get a week to prepare, which is quite a bit longer than other debates tend to get. And the idea of that preparation time is you'll have time to research and work with your team and I guess fully get across the topic that you've got. So a couple of tips that I thought I'd put forward to giving you the chance to make the most of that week. One is that we definitely encourage you to meet with your team and to prepare most of your case together, not just on like Facebook chat, but ideally meeting up on campus somewhere and or at someone's house and like putting aside time where there won't be any other distractions in the room or in the area, and you guys can work together on the case. I've got three main reasons for that, which is the company debaters would say. Three main reasons. Firstly, the quality of your arguments is going to be a lot better because every time someone puts an idea forward, firstly they hear the idea, so they get to understand, like they get to, I guess, hear it out loud and realise if there's anything wrong with it, they can hear it. And other people get to offer immediate feedback as well. So everyone's asking a lot more critical questions and potentially there's gaps in the case. Secondly, it just means you're more likely to make time for it. If you say, oh, we'll do it on G-Talk, and it usually happens at like midnight the night before. And I know this because like I was up at midnight tonight working with IMBG, so thanks Sarah. So like, I guess don't leave it to last minute. If you have an organised team meeting, you can hold each other to account and make sure it happens. The last reason is really important, and this sounds really simple, but it is surprisingly crucial. It helps you to be consistent. Very often in a debate, people will get up and the temptation when you hear your case criticised is to start changing your case. And you start to try to like, work out a way you can make the challenges you heard like not apply anymore. And the result of that tends to be that the first speaker or the third speaker end up defending very different cases, and that just undermines your consistency because no one's quite clear what you're arguing for. And that's much more likely to happen if you haven't all come to the same agreement on what you're going to talk about. So if you aren't totally fully not only like knowing the knowledge of what other people are saying, but understanding the arguments they're going to make and how it all hangs together, it's a lot better for you to be able to hash out all those issues and ask the questions you need to ask if you're all in the same place. So I strongly recommend it. Prepare together at some point before the competition. In regards to the research you have, and that's probably the unique part of this preparation time, there's no like specific textbook we're setting. You can look at your own economics textbooks or anything else you've got with you, or you can Google. Google will probably be your best friend right now. But regarding the internet and the research you can do there, definitely recommend you focus on the kind of issues and the context of the debates that come up. So once some of the topics, look at why they might be coming up and who's affected by them. So in debating language, we call them stakeholders. That's anybody who's affected by the discussion that's going to be had. So in that situation, you're looking at not getting too much into the arguments that might come up, right? Trying to find arguments that people have made on the internet exactly about the same topic and try to copy those. It means you won't understand them as well, and also means they won't fit together as well as you might want them to. So we recommend that the arguments are generated within the team, but all the background knowledge should definitely come up through research and so you understand who's affected and who's got a stake in the situation. The other risk that we run with research opportunities like this is firstly in time management and secondly in the content you bring to debate. So with regard to time management, it can be very tempting to begin early on, we're really enthusiastic, we're going to do lots of research, we're going to know more about this topic than the other team. And that can often leave you with less time at the end to prepare your actual case and your argument, which are at the end of the day more important. The other part of that is when you go to present your arguments, they might be incredibly well researched, but people who focus too much on research often end up describing problems very well and being able to explain the situation really well, but being a lot weaker on what they're going to do about it or why part of it is more important than another. So it's a lot more to your benefit if you do a bit of research and understand the issues, but then most of this should be your own kind of invention, basically. Debating is much more about what happens in the room than what happened before you got there. So it should be interactive. I guess one more thing I'd add on that is that people who prepare really well often get very attached to what they had prepared and don't listen as carefully to what the other guys are saying. So there tends to be less engagement between the teams. So I guess the message is this isn't a public speaking competition. It's not about just presenting your own case. A lot of what you do, except for first affirmative, every other speaker is also measured on how well they can engage with the ideas that came out from the other side. So when we talk about a case that's involved in debating, having to set up your own case, it's not just a case that exists on its own, it's going to be under attack from the other team for the whole hour of the debate. And while it's under attack, your case is going to likely fall down. If you're not also throwing the attacks back at them and engaging with what is wrong about theirs, comparing it to your own case and showing how your case beats theirs. And that's stuff you can't prepare for. You can probably anticipate a couple of arguments, have a couple of preemptive rebuttals ready, but at the end of the day, it's about what we're able to do when you're in the room and listening to them across from you and writing down what they say. And in terms of the skills you develop, that's all about the note-taking, the communicating in the team, backing each other up, and being fully across what the other speakers have said. So those are skills that are really important in this case. In regards to the schedule for this competition, I think, if I've got the dates on, I can be corrected. I think the first topic release is going to take place on Friday the 8th of April at 5 p.m. And a week later, on Friday the 15th of April, there'll be the first round during that day, and then at 5 o'clock. I don't think it's it on any of the sheets, so at 5 o'clock, like on the day of round 1, the topic for round 2 will be released. Then the same thing when round 2 happens, the topic will be released for round 3 after that. The structure is knockout, so there'll be 8 teams to begin with. The winners of the first round go on, and one of those, as far as I know, will be one of the members of the Debating Society. It might be me or it might be somebody else in our executive, and the other 2 will be academics from a relevant faculty for the topic. So that's how it will work. Any questions so far about the competition or about debating? Sorry if we go a bit fast. You're good? It's all made sense so far?